The Frog Prince. Once there was a king who had several daughters, though they all were beautiful, but the youngest one was the most beautiful. The king loved all his daughters. There was a pond near the palace. There was a fountain in the pond, where beautiful lotus flowers blossomed. The youngest princess used to sit on the bank of the pond during summer. She liked to be in the cool breeze there. She had a golden ball with her. She played with the ball, throwing it high up. She enjoyed the game of ball. So, one day, when she was playing with her lovely ball, it fell into the pond. She ran after the ball, but soon it sank. She was helpless to do anything herself. Her sisters had already warned her that the pond was very deep. Now she started crying. Hearing her cry, a frog came out of the pond and said, "Oh, princess, do not weep. I will bring your ball." But what? "Tell me, what do you want in return?" asked the princess. The frog said, "If I bring your ball from under the water, what will you give me?" "I will give my jewelry, even my crown to you. But I want my ball back," said the princess. The frog came near her and said, "I have nothing to do with the jewelry, pearls, or diamonds. Make me your friend, and allow me to share your meals, and even the bed with you. If you agree, I will bring the ball." The princess wanted to get her ball at any cost, so she replied in a hurry, "Yes, yes, I accept all your conditions. Please take out my ball." Pleased with the promise of the princess, the frog jumped into the pond and brought the ball out. The princess was very happy to see the ball. She took the ball and ran to the palace. The frog said, "Oh, princess, why don't you take me along with you? Wait, I cannot walk so fast." But the princess forgot her promise and did not pay any heed to the frog. She ran fast towards the palace. Next day, when the youngest princess was taking food with her sisters and father, they heard the footsteps of someone on the steps. Then, someone knocked at the door and said, "Oh, princess, open the door. Let me come in. I am so tired." The princess opened the door, and seeing the frog, she said, "Why have you come here? Get lost." By that time, the king also came there. He said, "A guest should not be treated in this way. Listen to what the frog wants to say." The princess went back and sat on her seat without saying anything. The frog followed the princess and sat on the dining table. Then the king said, "What happened, my dear? You look worried." The princess then narrated all that had happened at the pond. The king said, "You are supposed to fulfill your promise now. The frog has done what he was supposed to do. Now it is your turn." So, the princess offered to share her meals with the frog. He ate the food happily. Then he drank the water from her glass. The princess hated the frog, so she turned her face from the frog. Then the frog said, "Take me to your room. I want to sleep." But the princess scolded the frog. "You cannot sleep on my bed, you dirty frog." But the king reminded the princess of her promise and asked her to fulfill it. So, the princess took the frog to her bedroom. She slept on her bed. But soon, the frog jumped onto the bed of the princess. Seeing the frog on her bed, the princess cried, "How dare you come to my bed? Now you have crossed the limit. I will teach you a lesson." Then she picked up the frog and threw him on the ground with all her might. But to the surprise of the princess, the frog changed into a handsome prince. The prince said, "Oh, princess, do not be surprised. I am a prince, but a wicked witch had made me a frog. Today you helped me get rid of the curse of the witch and gave me a new life. I am grateful to you. I want to marry you. Do you like my proposal?" The princess gave her consent. The king got his daughter married to the prince. Thereafter the prince went to his country with the princess and lived happily.